Today, we're diving into part 1 of our two-part series on the top renewable energy stocks you need to know about. Stick around until the end because we've got some juicy bonus stocks to share that you won't want to miss. Welcome back to Old School Investments, where we make the stock market as easy as pie and just as enjoyable. Alright, let's get started. First up on our list is the heavyweight champ of renewable energy, NextEra Energy, or NEE. This Florida-based powerhouse isn't just flexing its muscles with traditional electricity, it's leading the charge in clean energy. From wind and solar to nuclear power, NextEra is all about that eco-friendly hustle. Why is NextEra a top pick? Well, even with investor jitters about potential political shakeups and the market pricing in the possibility of a Trump return, NextEra's growth prospects are still glowing brighter than a solar farm at high noon. They've proven adept at navigating potential partial repeals of the Inflation Reduction Act. With bipartisan support for clean energy credits, NextEra is sailing smoothly through choppy waters. During its recent Investor Day, NextEra handed out confidence cookies to investors, assuring them of long-term growth thanks to several industry growth vectors. They're also riding the AI wave, with a projected 15% CAGR in data center electricity demand. It's like they've struck gold in the tech world, giving their renewable energy projects a shiny boost. NextEra isn't just talking the talk, they're walking the walk by raising their outlook for new renewables and storage projects to between 36.5 gigawatts and 46.5 gigawatts. This isn't just a bump up, it's a clear signal that NextEra is ready to meet its medium-term earnings goals with gusto. With a multi-year adjusted earnings growth outlook through 2027, NextEra provides a firm foundation for investors. Their A- growth grade and premium valuation are just the cherries on top of this renewable energy sundae. Despite not being undervalued, NextEra's growth outlook justifies its premium. With a forward dividend yield of 2.7%, it's a tasty treat for income investors. The smart money says don't chase the spikes, instead, buy on those sweet pullbacks. NextEra Energy is like the renewable energy stock you bring home to meet your parents, reliable, growth-oriented, and with a future as bright as their solar panels. So, if you're considering a dip into renewable energy stocks, NextEra should definitely be on your radar. Now, let's dive into Air Products and Chemicals, or APD, which recently released strong Q3 2024 results, exceeding EPS guidance and confirming a positive outlook. This industrial gas giant is making waves with recent transactions and agreements that highlight its liquidation value and growth potential. With a solid balance sheet, growing dividends per share, and a positive EPS trajectory, APD is a stock worth watching. APD's continuous execution of its strategic pillars, a robust project backlog driving the hydrogen revolution and over 40 consecutive years of dividend increases, supports our buy rating recommendation. APD and its peers, like Linde and Air Liquide, are less sensitive to economic fluctuations, boasting an impressive EBITDA margin of around 40%. Recent developments include plans to construct 2 new air separation units in Georgia and North Carolina and the sale of its LNG equipment business to Honeywell for $1.81 billion. The company also signed a significant agreement with TotalEnergies to supply green hydrogen, which will generate substantial revenue over the next 15 years. With a strong global reach and diversified projects, APD continues to demonstrate its leadership in the renewable energy space. Despite higher corporate costs and regional margin variances, APD maintains a positive growth outlook, making it a compelling buy for investors looking to tap into the clean energy transition. And finally, let's talk about First Solar, or FSLR. This company is making waves with its robust financial performance and strong market position, demonstrated by solid revenue growth, improved margins, and a substantial production increase in Q2 2024. A positive regulatory aspect could add momentum to First Solar's financial results through its patent portfolio. The company has initiated investigations into rivals for potential infringement of its TOPCon technology patents, which could potentially result in additional revenue through fines or royalties. Although there are risks associated with potential changes in U.S. renewable energy policies, First Solar's strategic capacity expansions and prudent management adjustments position it well for long-term growth. Despite lowering the target price from $311 to $292 due to increased EBITDA forecasts and valuation period shifts, we maintain a buy rating for the shares. Investors should consider both the potential headwinds and the long-term growth prospects driven by First Solar's resilient business model and strong market demand. Alright folks, before we wrap up part 1, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Old School Investments so you don't miss part 2, where we'll dive into our bonus stocks that are sure to add some extra sparkle to your portfolio. Stay tuned, and remember, in the world of renewable energy stocks, the future is bright. See you in part 2.